So that's how I'm doing. The break's been pretty good for the most part, except for that time when my car broke down and then I got sick for Christmas. So I've been trying to finally get around to some stuff that I've been wanting to do, and then also decided to start tackling some goals. So I've been pretty busy between those things and work. Right now I'm working every day while I can during the break. I'm gonna make that money. And then next semester I'll be working probably 2 days a week. So I don't know, 6 to 8 hours a week. So it's not a ton of money, but it's, it's great. It makes a lot of difference. Today I got all my textbooks. What are we looking at here? About $300. My graph theory course doesn't have a textbook, so that's cool. Money, save that money. It's cold. Had quite a few irons in the fire. Started a podcast with a friend of mine. That was fun and interesting. We'll probably make a couple more episodes and see if it catches any traction. I think in the last week it's got 5 views or 5 listens. I guess I'll leave a link to that in the description if you're interested in a couple of dudes talking about lifestyle stuff and Scotch and watches and other things. I volunteered to take a good friend of ours' graduation photos at the end of the month. So I've been trying to do a lot of practicing with Anna, and I had to borrow a lens from my mom because mine isn't quite wide enough to get the blurry background that everyone likes. So that's that. What else we got going? This weekend we'll be out of town. Next weekend we'll be out of town. And then the last weekend we'll be out of town. So we're going to be all over the place. The third week we're going to Anna's brother's winging, so he becomes an official naval aviator, and I got to fit into a suit. So I've been trying to work on this right here because, yeah, I've been in better shape. And then on top of that, I've tried to get back into programming. I was doing really good for a while. I've been following the Giraffe Academy videos on YouTube, which are like 3 or 4 hours a piece. And I've been watching them diligently, downloading stuff, doing it as they do it, taking notes actually. So that's been good. I started that with Python. I'm about an hour through that one. And then I started SQL a couple days ago, and I'm about a half hour into that one. SQL is really interesting to me. I guess not SQL specifically, but just the concept of having large databases filled with information and being able to access them is, I don't know, it's kind of up my alley, surprisingly. But so yeah, that's been good. I really like doing that kind of stuff in my own pace rather than in a class. And I mean, I won't have the opportunity to take like a Python or SQL class anyhow. The only programming that I will do will probably be my symbolic computation class, and that'll either be Maple or Mathematica, or maybe a combination of the two. As far as I know, that could change, but I'll probably look at those, in addition to that, in addition to SQL and Python at some point. But I can only self-learn so many languages on top of coursework and working, so I gotta prioritize. And obviously, I think Python's number one. Or, Python and SQL are the most important. And then, maybe if I can get around to statistics, which I don't have to take a class on, surprisingly. If I can ever get around to learning some of that myself, because I got that one off like eBay, maybe I'll take a look at R. My parents got me and Anna free tickets to go on a cruise over spring break, so that's exciting. That'd be something cool to look forward to. Anna's never been on a cruise before. I've been on a handful, and I like them a lot. But Anna's never been on one, so that's really exciting for her. And she's going to go see Hootie and the Blowfish with my 6er next year. So next year is like ultra exciting for her. I've also started designing a USF math t-shirt. Probably get the input of some of my friends and some other people. And if there's enough interest, then I'll order them and, sell them. Not for profit or anything. I just want to make a cool shirt, and I want math kids to have a cool shirt to wear, because the math department is, filled with old, weird, boring men, and it's just not cool. It's not hip. It's maybe the least hip place on campus or department. I did that this morning. I woke up really early because I couldn't breathe. # congestion. And I just stayed up, so I did that at like 6:30 this morning. And then I also decided to make a subreddit for USF math majors. I didn't really have anything particular in mind when it comes to content for that page, but I imagine, people, if it goes well, people use it for whatever they like. And I'm gonna, at the very least, start posting some additional content like good YouTube channels and websites for particular topics, because sometimes that can be really hard to find if you don't know what you're looking for, as well as some additional reading, because I've had no shortage of supplemental textbooks for my poor, prescribed ones. It's been wild, but holidays coming to a close. This upcoming semester is going to be pretty rough. I gotta I gotta establish what I want my math goal to be this semester. In the past, it's been 2 hours a day, which I met last semester. I think it was a little bit over, like 2.1 or 2.2 hours a day average, which is good. But with 4 math classes, I think I'll probably make that 3 hours. 3 to 4. 4 might be pushing it between work and other things, but I think it'll at least be 3. And I think come graduation, I'll probably be well over 1,000 hours into homework and studying. So, it's a ways away from that 10,000 hour mark for, being a quote unquote expert, Malcolm Gladwell, but hey, it's a good start. It's 1/10 of the way. It's 10%, which is infinitely more than 0%. So yeah, I do have a couple more videos planned in addition to this, one of which is a part 2 to the shit math majors say. So that's fun. But yeah, I think that about does it. So yeah, we'll see you next time, and thanks for stopping by.